Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. Today we're pulling from the Spirit Animal Oracle cards. We have Turtle Spirit. I love Turtle Spirit because it's like, I've heard so many indigenous stories about how Earth had come to be, and they talk about, well, obviously, I love Gaia because she's right there, but one story I heard was how a turtle came to the earth, and it broke up, the shell broke apart, and that's what the earth is made of. I've also heard Gaia came down on the shell of a turtle, or I've heard so many different stories, but they always conveyed that a turtle is one of the most spiritual beings. I remember my girlfriend, her boyfriend passed away untimely death, and she had a nice indigenous turtle put on her back to remind her of him, always. And I thought that was always beautiful. So it's like turtles always mean something to me. We have family members from the islands, and they came back with a turtle shell. So there's always some great tie to the turtle. The turtle always has some great being. So the turtle spirit is asking us, slow and steady wins the race. So some of us may feel like, we have to do the most and be the most and, X, Y, and Z. And they're saying, no, your uniqueness will shine. Those, soul recognition, whoever's supposed to be in our life, our career will bloom where our passion is by being ourselves. Slow and steady wins the race. We don't have to sit there and be the most and do the most and sell out and do a lot of things that go against who our authenticity is. So to keep authentic to yourself and be able to look yourself in the mirror, as well as look at those people that look to you for guidance, it's like, keep it authentic. You don't have to sell yourself to the, as they say, your soul to the devil. So pushing too hard or rushing to leave others in the dust is not the way of the turtle spirit. Even if it seems at times it is the way of the world. Turtle spirit wants you to remember that you are a human being, not a being doing, a human doing. And in the protection position, turtle spirit gives you the message that it is best that things to do right now is to let go of drive to compete or control or to do more. Instead, simply be. That is so true with, last week. They could have came out and did the most, and they said, nope, we're just going to have patience, and everything will turn out the way it was supposed to. Just on Saturday morning was the best, my father's birthday. I know it was his birthday, but I was like, the best birthday present you could have gave Dad was this. I know it was his birthday, but I was just so happy to see that. And, Spirit called it, I was just like, oh, wow. Like, they were like Joe Biden in the White House. They didn't say he was president. They said Joe Biden in the White House. And they kept on talking about Kamala Harris. And I was just like, okay, so it does sound like they're going to win, And I was just like, I'm just going to convey what Spirit says. Like, I know that's where my heart was, but it's just like, I'm just going to convey what Spirit tells me, and it's just like proof is in the pudding. You can go back to I'm not sure if it was the full moon or the new moon forecast, but it's there. So Spirit conveyed it a long time ago. So I'm just very thankful to God. So they're telling us, like, slow and steady wins. Don't have to be in a rush to be with everyone else. Be authentic to yourself. So we have the Wombat Spirit. Be at home. Wombat is talking about putting on a fake persona. This is all about being true and authentic to yourself. I feel like there's someone out there that is trying to come up in the healing community, I feel like. And it's like they see how others are. And I feel like this is Spirit talking to you specifically saying, be authentic to who you are. People that, the people said I was the most. They said, oh, you share too much. And I'm like, you know what? I went through these difficulties in my life, so I can have that soul recognition with, when someone hears me talk about my struggles and my trials and tribulations as a survivor, as a warrior, still standing. It's like because of my faith in God. Like, this is just my story to tell. But people recognize that in me because they are like, she went through it. So, I can go to her and talk to her about this because she'll understand. So I feel like if we're a more open book, I know it does open me more up to attacks, but it's like, I'm not there for those haters. I'm there for those people looking for healing and for guidance. So, that's why I try to be as authentic as possible, and as open as possible. Sometimes I hold back a little bit because of the things that have come at me, but, it's like the turtle said, slow and steady. It could be that you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin, thinking that the only way you could be with others is to hide under the protection of a mask or identity created or to protect yourself from getting hurt. And honestly, I'm telling you right now, Judge Judy says all the time, you put yourself there out on the internet, you're basically opening yourself up for that. And it's true. It's like we never think of that though. When you open yourself up and you it's like free game for everyone. So those people that like to sit in their mother's basement and hide behind a computer and bash you for filth, it's like that's what they're wasting their energy on, and that's their life. That's fine. But, that's what they created Block for. The mask or persona is supposed to make you look strong, but really just robs you of your identity. Wombat Spirit arrives to nudge you to drop the false mask because it is not others who will hurt you now. It is you who are hurting yourself, and when you aren't being authentic. Because you have to remember all your lies. When you're putting on that fake persona, you got to remember every lie you've told. And no one is a great liar. It's okay, though. You are curious. You're course corrected if you are willing to be yourself no matter what comes. Even if others are not in agreement with your authenticity, you are safe with spirit. And that's where you're going to keep growing. A lot of people could sit there and put this fake persona out, but it's like sooner or later, someone's going to catch you in your bulldog dong and call you out. So it's up to you. Like, do you want to sit there and be authentic, or do you want to be a puppet? So we have Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. March to the beat of your own drum. Be who you are. Like, the canary reminds me of Jules, our bird. But, it's got a crown on. So it's being the king of your own domain. You are suppressing your true voice, perhaps trying to sing the song you think people want you to hear instead of your own. You create a cage around your life. When you express only what you think you will help you and find it and get what you think you want. Are you hiding the real you, telling a safe story about yourself to others because you are afraid they will think you are too different if they knew the true you? Canary Spirit comes to help you express in a more honest and authentic way. Yes, not everyone will agree with you. In fact, not everyone will want to hear your origin story or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, and wonderful new experiences that arrive as if by magic. Once open your cage door and fly free. I'm very claustrophobic. I do not like cages. You try to put me in a cage, I will very much fight you tooth and nail until I get out. I don't like that at all. I'm very much a beat it to my own drum. A lot of people told me that, first year I was out. Yeah, I got bashed earlier on in the year, February. I was getting bashed a lot. Oh, you share too much. Nobody wants to hear that. And I'm like, that's fine, But, it's almost the end of the year now. And a lot of people that I read for tell me that's why I came to you. I heard, I saw your daily tarot card and they heard what I talked about. And they're like, she would understand. She would understand what's going on in me because she mirrors exactly what's going on in my life. So she will be more empathetic to, she'll have an empathetic ear and understand the hurt and the pain that I've been through and that I'm going through right now because she has walked the same path as me. So Koi fish has been coming out a lot. I did 9.5 hours of readings yesterday, and it was just like koi fish. Wow, it's just been predominant. I feel like Pisces energy, but it's just like koi fish lucky. Like I keep getting that luck. Koi fish spirit. There's always enough. So I feel like this is a healer coming up, and maybe they're kind of like And I'm not trying to bash her or anything. I love this girl. She's amazing. But one of the healers in the community said she put fillers in her face, and she noticed. Once she put fillers in her face, she looked a certain way, and she had gotten more of a following. And I know there's certain people that will sit there and take certain pictures that are revealing, and it's like they get more followers that way. And that's fine. If that's but that's what the Wombat Spirit is talking about. Are you being authentic to your true self? You know what I mean? Like, are you just putting on this persona to get those followers? But it's like, you got to be true because, people are going to call you out. But that's one thing I love about that girl. It's like she is a true healer, but it's like she's very authentic, and I love her that she's authentic about that, and she's true to that, like owning it, and I love that about her. It's too bad she felt like she needed to do that, but at least she's true about it. At least she doesn't hide behind it and says, "Oh no, this is all natural. I just grew like this." It's like, So, koi fish, are you feeling a sense of security, afraid you will not have enough and not enough to meet the challenges you face? Whatever your outer conscious, they are temporary and reflecting what you have set forth in the past. Koi fish spirit is your ally in changing the conditions by transforming your inner beliefs about scarcity and plenty. Perhaps you have suffered a loss, or afraid you will soon will, or you've been scraping by and feeling there are simply no opportunities available to you. Better your circumstances. Koi fish asks you to find prosperity within your connecting to spirit through spiritual practices. Spirit wants to remind you that you are naturally state as one of abundance. And that's one thing I was saying to myself, like I have the worst hay fever right now. And I keep waking up with these sinus pressure headaches. And it's like, I took some Tylenol, so it's like going away now. And my son was sitting there making me laugh. And I said, you know what? I may not be a billionaire, but I am a millionaire in the sense that I got lucky with my two boys. Because they always make me laugh. They always sit there and make sure I'm okay. And I'm very lucky to have that. Remember all that you have to offer so that you can generate your own opportunities, love, relationships, and even more. If you feel you have little to give right now, find it within and to give to someone else. Even if it is just a few encouraging words, a smile, or a helping hand, your actions will remind you that you have more than it appears. More gifts, more strength, more wisdom, more abundance. As you give to others, your sense of purpose grows and your outer conditions begin to shift in an alchemical reaction. One thing is like they're showing like when you donate. Like when we sit there and when we were in Toronto and we would go shopping, and it's like we didn't have a ton of money, but they would sit there and they would have the food bank bags, and it's like $10 a bag or $5 a bag, and we would buy a couple and they would donate it to the food bank. They're like, take the bag with you and go put it in and they would have this big container that they would put it in. And it's like, it's like that good feeling. Like, you didn't do too much, but it's like, that, maybe a family will get a couple of those bags and be able to eat for a week or, and it's like you're helping wherever you can. That an amazing feeling that you get. When I was reading for IG, they were talking about how like a lot of people, because of the cough, as they call it, that people have lost their job, that people are really scraping by. So Christmas and the holiday season is coming up. So maybe just giving your loved ones a head up and saying, listen, like, don't go crazy, because I don't have the money to, like, do gift giving for everyone this year. Or say, like, if you're going to buy me something, buy, like, a gift card to this grocery store or a Visa card so I could go to whatever store we need to buy groceries and whatnot because we're having a hard time. But it's like, always remember that's like who's around the tree, not what's around the tree. Material things that are just going to sit there and collect dust. I feel like giving them a heads up though, so that way, they don't sit there and they buy. They're showing that they're highlighting, I think it's like a motherly figure, or I feel like this may be your mother or an in-law, but they're highlighting a female and she loves to spoil people, but it looks like they're buying like a crock pot, like a fancy crock pot. I'm seeing a bunch of numbers in the front, or it's like those air fryers. That's what I'm like they're going to give you that, and it's like you don't have anything to give in return. So I was just like, you're barely going to use this air fryer, so maybe ask for a gift card so you can have groceries for the holiday season in the home for you and your kids, because you're having a hard time, making ends meet. Like, you're getting by, but it's like you have no money to give. Like, there's no, leeway or anything. So it's just like giving them a heads up, so that way, people are more understanding, because it's like, oh no, they let me know, like, because we're already in November. So giving them a heads up that, I won't be able to buy you anything. Or they were showing shortbread cookies, so maybe baking, but let them know I'm only baking cookies this year. But they're saying, do give them a heads up. As you give to others and your own sense of prosperity grows and your own inner conscious begins to shift, and that accumulate reaction, prosperity and love are yours to receive, experience, and enjoy. Believe it. So I feel like with I think things may turn around because the koi fish always face up. They're always like in that positive position. They always have to be facing up for them to be lucky. So I feel like, they're saying that things may be turning around here. Things are taking the corner here. Every time I've read, people are like, when will coffin? I see next. I feel like it'll be around like every flu season. Like, they call them the Walking Dead, where they had gotten the cough, and now like every time like they get like the sniffles or anything, they get those body pains. And it's like they want people, they want a study done to address this so we can fix it. But I feel like for the next 4 flu seasons, it's like we're going to be at risk for that. So maybe wear your mask. I'm definitely going to be. But I feel like majority it'll be wiped from the earth, for the most part. They're saying May of next year, 2021. So I feel like, we're, by the grace of God, turning a corner here with this flu season. We're all wearing masks. So, I just keep looking at someone that I follow that's in Australia, and it just blows my mind. They're not wearing masks, and, they're at the parks and everything, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I can't believe you guys are walking around with no masks or anything on, and it's like, nothing. So I'm just like, I just wonder what's so different. So I'm saying that as a beacon of hope, that if they're fine and they're in the summer season now, that will be the same way. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. And we'll see you guys for the next daily tarot card. Have a good one.